to a family matter. This is very, very appalling. This is disappointing. I don't know what English to use for this, but it's so disappointing because I am a mother too. So this is going to a mother unknowingly had a relationship with her son. A mother who unknowingly had a relationship with her son. I know there's a video for it. Let's go play the video. Come back to discuss it with our brother gratitude and blessing.
Have time, watch
I
this.
was dating my son online without knowing until we met face to face and I got the shock of my life. Story time with trendy grandma. I was in love with this guy in my secondary school days, and unfortunately, I got pregnant. My parents took me to a convent where I carried my pregnancy to full term, and then I delivered my baby. My parents took my baby away. I did not know where they took my baby. They now sent me back to school. Honestly, many people around my village, except very few siblings, knew that I was pregnant and that I had a baby because I continued school and everything as normal. So I didn't know where my baby was. Fear could not even let me ask my parents where this baby was. I grew up, did all my education and everything, and then my parents sent me abroad to go and do my master's. After doing my master's, I stayed abroad. I was finding it difficult to keep a relationship. I tried different relationships. It didn't work for me. So I decided to go online to search for a relationship. And I got this handsome young guy and we fell in love instantly. But we were still doing online dating. We haven't really seen each other. But to be honest with you, we do everything via video call. So it got to a time that I need to come back and meet him because he has already proposed to me via video call and I accepted. So we planned everything. He told his people. My parents were late. So I told my uncles and so on that I was coming back, that someone was asking my hand in marriage. I came back. He came to the airport to meet me. Then from the airport, we went into the hotel. Honestly, I don't want to tell you guys what happened because I actually made it out with my son. That means we had a carnal knowledge of each other. Then, haven't known anything. He didn't know anything. He came to my village, met my uncle and everything. Everybody was in love with him. So we agreed and arranged everything. Now, it got to a time for me to go and know his people so that we'll do all finalization about how they will come. When I got there, his parents were still alive. And they started asking me, what's your name? Where are you from? I was just singing like a bird. So the father was like, wait a minute, what did you say? I told him my name. What's the name of your mother? I told him the name of my mother. What's the name of your father? I told him the name of my father. He was like, you guys are from this village? I said yes. So he now went out and called the wife because the wife was a bit unstable, according to my husband's son, that the grandmother had a stroke and was still kind of recovering. They went and they talked to each other. After talking to each other, they came back and said that this marriage will not hold. I was like, what do you mean? And then my fiance was like, what do you people mean? They told my son, that is your mother. And I thought that was the greatest joke of the century. To be honest with you, if you see both of us, you won't even believe that I'm older than him. Because he looks so matured. Very, very matured. You will never ever believe that I'm older than him. Though he told me his age, and then obviously in that his age, I was supposed to be 2 years older than him. So probably because I told him my age and he now elevated his age, but obviously he looked that age that he talked about. I said anyway, 2 years shouldn't be any problem. But I know that I was about 14 years older than him. I got pregnant around 13 years. That was where the fact you really need to ask questions before you go into any relationship. You really need to ask deep questions. Because this is a situation that will haunt me for the rest of my life. To be honest with you, I don't even think I'll get married again. So you guys, what do you think I should do? Should I still bring this child closer as my son? Because I am still thinking that he is still having that feelings. Because to be honest, he's not seeing me as his mother. So what do I do? Should I continue to keep him off my side? Or is he going to come back to normal as mother and son?
Honestly, I didn't want this. I didn't want them to bring me back. I wanted them to go to Blossom because this is actually very touching. Why did you bring me back? Anyway, let's go to you, Mr. Diodo.
Okay, the other time,
I'm sorry, before you, I have to make a question with regards to this video. Now, first, while we were talking, we had this discussion of Patrick saying she's an African woman, right? And she can't do with someone who's even younger. And that's, of course, was the beginning that there's no people who think people are younger and way, their space is safer than even someone who's lying. Oh, sure. And she asked me, and I said the same thing. Now, that's one question to ask. Is it safe? Is it healthy? Would it actually work? Even as an African man or an African woman. Then also the other part is it possible that one can actually fall in love with your son because the person is not reading your political zone and somehow you make person online? Is it possible for you to speak with someone and not feel the connection that I know this person, like this person somewhere I've met? I don't know, like, is it possible for you not to know and you see end up being with the person? I'm not talking about sisters now. I'm talking about son. Came out from
maybe
you.
chemistry connection.
Yeah, something has just,
Okay. Again, like I always say, sometimes some of these things you don't have a direct one-off, answer for some of them. The issue of your son, meeting your son online and you start dating and then your first nights you're making out. I think the making out on the first night is where I particularly will have an issue. The other time we're saying here that when you want to marry, you do your background check and all of that. So if this lady had gone ahead to do some background checks, she probably would have found out that this is what's up. And then if the guy too, in this case, also maybe ask more questions, where are you from? And then you bring the answers you got to your parents. This lady I'm dating, well, she's coming to see you, but she said her parents are from so and so. Maybe his parents now, the parents he's living with would have been able to connect the dots. Okay, she says she's from so and so place and all of that.
She lives in so
place and all of that. So that, not doing that background check is the primary reason I think they're in this mess. That's the primary reason. Then, the issue of, marrying somebody younger than you as a lady or a guy marrying somebody who is older. Personally, I do not think there is a big deal to it if they are both matured enough to understand what they are going into. There are tendencies for the woman to think, because I am older, I can talk to you the way I want and the way I feel. There are such tendencies. And then there are tendencies for the guy to also begin to behave in such a way to say, okay, is it because you are older than me? Even when the lady may just be, maybe she's just being herself. But then because he is younger, there are tendencies for him to begin to think and feel that she's doing whatever she's doing because she is older. So I think where the challenge may be is if they don't have the maturity to understand what they are going into and be able to deal with each other, bearing what their situation is in mind. But aside that, I do not think there is any big deal, marrying somebody.
So there's a personal perception about
it's personal, definitely. It's personal.
Okay, well, I totally agree with what you say, but there is a comment you made, and that regards you saying that when the woman talks to the man as though and she sounds as if she's older, like, I'm older than you, so I can tell you this. And the man is probably like thinking, why is she talking to me like this? Because she's older than me. Now, the truth is, he's not thinking. It's actually because that woman is talking to him because she feels she's older than him. And also, she talking to that guy that way is because she feels she can correct him. It's because she's older. It just simply means that both of you are not even supposed to be together. It means you cannot look past the age. So why are you even in a relationship? Because you should be able to respect a man, not because of his age.
That's the point.
So don't go into it if you know you have an age problem. I think that just saves us the story of why she's talking to me like this. Why is it talking to me like
But also we have seen instances of people who get married, the wife is older and they understand what's up, and the woman does not use that as an excuse to disrespect the man. We have seen such instances.
So then the man still have a problem with her?
No, I'm not saying if the woman is, in this case, it will start from the woman knowing that I am older than my husband, but then he is still my husband. So I have to accord him that respect as the, so what that does to that woman is she becomes conscious of what she does, how she talks to him. You understand? So that you don't even give him the impression that you are disrespecting him. You don't give him the I mean, the impression for him to start thinking that is she because she's older that she's talking to me like this.
Yeah,
so the work is more on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but if that happens, I don't think there will be any problem.
I don't think there'll be.
I have a question still on this mother knowingly sleeping with the son. You know, at the end of the video, she said something. She said, "Guys, what do you think I should do? What do you think she should do?"
Well, again, I don't know if there are traditions from where they come from that they have to observe, rights they have to observe and all of that. But then again, in Africa, some of these things are like that. Oh, you slept with your son. There are traditional things to do. And of course, in this instance, they shouldn't go ahead with that marriage after knowing that this is my son. They should definitely, they shouldn't go ahead with that marriage. A mistake has been made. Yes, we acknowledge the mistake, but then we should not continue to perpetuate the consequence of the mistake we have made. Just acknowledge it and move on from it.
Even after doing the traditional rites.
Yeah, move on. When I say move on, I mean move on as mother and child, not as
I think that's the question she asked. She asked the question, can she still be a mother to her son? Because obviously he still has feelings for her.
He has feelings for her.
Yes,
he wants to still marry her.
Yeah, and she also,
okay.
It's even risky for her
It's
to
really risky.
stay together with the son.
Okay, number one, she is saying the son still has feelings for her. Mm-hmm. So, you are, from the story now, she's 13 years older. So it means that 14 years older. It means that in terms of maturity, we'll say you are more mature. Mm-hmm. So now your son is saying, oh, we have made this mistake. Well, let's just look past the mistake and move on as husband and wife. That's the meaning of he still wants to go ahead and marry me. But now you, as a mother, shouldn't your head be correct enough to say, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, your head should be correct enough to say now. I mean, I
think she actually said it because when she said when they got to his family house, he was rolling himself on the ground saying he was still going to get married. So she was like, "My friend, will you shut up? Get up from there. Do you know what is going on?"
Flogging.
Yeah, and I think she understands that already.
So now, this is where she has to be very careful because she's a woman. She can be easily manipulated. He said the boy still wants to go ahead with that relationship. Yeah. If she is not careful, that boy will manipulate her, and at some point, she will fall for him.
I don't even think it's manipulation. I think it is that he already knows how it points. He already knows how to get her. And at that point, he's going to use that word manipulating too. But I don't want to use that manipulation. I think maybe she doesn't want to. She already knows you shouldn't have anything. But so for her to be able to go ahead, no matter what he says or do, this one is not about feelings. Something is wrong somewhere.
I don't think she will. For her to have come out to speak, I don't think she will.
And I really think there should be another angle we should address, which is the premarital sex. If they were not quick to go to bed,
I mean,
they wouldn't be this mess
that's
in the first place.
The very first night you are meeting him.
Exactly.
Even if it's not one first night, some girls will like, oh, no, I've tried, I don't, but he's persisting, after like 1 month, they give him. These two can happen.
Yeah. So why don't you keep yourself?
So the best thing is be open to your families. Let your families know.
And because you guys have talked about marriage, exactly, take it to your family.
Right, true. So let me bring this to gratitude because you know that about the story.
Okay.
You will answer the question for the Gen Z.
All right.
So why is it that? Because it's not like we the millennials or the generation, we didn't have the one night stand, but it was at the minimal. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's easy. In fact, most men will come and tell me, I'm tired of this generation. Because when you meet them, you even want to know them, they're already offering you their body that first time. What do you, please, let's not look at parental. Yes, parental we know. Mm-hmm. But what do you think can actually be wrong with them that aside from the parents not doing their normal home assignments, that they would think it's just about doing this thing and let's just get to it. And once they do it, it's not men that is to dump them now. They are the ones that they move on. They move on. And you keep calling like, stop, we just had fun. What's that? That's what they do.
Okay,
why do you think
so what I would say is wrong with my generation, first off, is their emotions, getting their emotions in check. Most of them because they have past experiences of broken relationships. They don't value their bodies. They don't give themselves that value. You just feel it's all about the money or all about making out and just let them just get this over and done with, which should not even be. You should have value for yourself, for your family, and for your beliefs as a person. Don't be too quick to open your legs for anybody. Your marriage, your body should be kept till after marriage. That's the way it should be from time, and nothing should change that. Technology should not change that at all. So social media should not change that. So that's a very wrong narrative.
To her. Okay, so most of this generation, they want to sleep with name, not the person. The personality.
Okay.
Oh, and I was introduced to a senator. They want to quickly sleep with the senator. Sometimes not even the money. They want to go back to school or go back to among friends and say, do you know who I just slept with now? So they are looking at that name.
Yeah.
So they want to sleep with that name.
Yeah.
They are not even, like Blossom said, they don't care. They don't care the sex. The senator can even call back later and say, I enjoyed you, come back. And she's like, no, I just had fun with you. She had gotten what she got. She probably will even do video as they're in the room.
Just for the aesthetics.
I don't know if you have even seen this video where a lady got a sugar daddy. You know, the sugar daddy with big stomach, the white hair, and she was in his car and was like, oh, my baby just took me on, like, oh, see my baby. And the man noticed she was making a video and slapped that woman. You stop that video. Come on, off that one.
It's your baby.
Like, no,
Which baby?
I was like, don't ruin my home.
You know, so that's what they do.
Don't care.
They don't care. They just want to go out and say, oh, I slept with so person. And you begin to applaud them and say, oh, you know the big man. You know, they don't care.
If you do a check, you would find out that she has trauma from her past, either from family or from a relationship. For a woman to not care about her body or whatever anybody thinks about her, she has a past trauma that she has not dealt with.
My problem now again is most times, Mr. Biodo, they refer back to the parents.
I was coming to that because everything we have said, 18, 19-year-old, you're saying she has a broken heart, broken relationship. At what age did she start dating? That at 18, 19, she has not completely abandoned herself because of past relationships. At what age did she start dating? So that is where I would take it back to parents. Parents being there for their children. Maybe I should not exactly use the word monitor, but we can't take it away from monitoring. They be available, know what's up, know what they are doing, who are their friends. When they leave the house and they say they are going to so and so, did they go to where they said they were going? Or sometimes just check their bags. They have dressed up, they say they are going to school without letting them know. Just check their bag to see if there's a change of cloth or something, you know, in them. Just check. If your children have separate rooms, once in a while go into their room without knocking. Mother, daughter, father, son room. Just enter without knocking. If they have the key to the room, you should as a parent, you should have spare key and at your house. You should have spare key. When they have left the house, just enter. Check their wardrobes. Check what's there.
But so, you know, there are adults, Gen Zs that are old enough to stay by themselves and they stay alone without their family. Yes.
But if they've gotten this background, like Isabel is saying, they will have some.
That's for family. But what if they still have trauma from their past relationship?
That's what he's saying. Past relationship from 18 years.
No, I'm not talking about the age of 18. I'm talking about from the age of 23, 25, and they're staying by themselves. They have their apartment. They're living their lives now. They're not with their parents. What of those people?
Now, again, the other time, I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago, we said something about this particular issue of girls, ladies who are staying on their own. When she's moving out, at what age did she move out? When she eventually moved out, where did she move to? You as a parent, did you ask those questions? Where she's staying, is it a place that she can afford on her own to pay? So if she can afford to pay, how much does she make from the business or whatever work she's doing to afford that kind of place? If she's not staying alone and she's staying with friends, who are the kind of friends she's staying with? Have you at any time just, okay, I'm coming to visit you today. In fact, just get the address, find a way to, and just visit without letting her know. Because if you say you are coming to visit and she knows, she would have made some arrangements and all of that. So these are some of the reasons why I think parents have a lot of work to do. Yes, she's 23. Yes, she's 25. Still ask questions. You are the parent. Whatever she does at the end of the day, one way or the other, will reflect on you. It will come back to you. That's so.
Another thing you should look at is also peer pressure. They look at their friends, the lifestyle their friend lives, bigger lifestyle and all of that, and they want to see emulate.
I have also seen parents that encourage their daughters
to do that.
To sleep with very rich men. Okay, yeah, see your mates. Your mates are driving car. What's wrong with you? So I've seen parents do that.
Yes. Okay, let's read some messages before we get to the next story. This one says they should stay apart. Okay, this is mother and son. They should stay apart because they can't stop the fun if they come close. Well, this is Patrick from Ikeja saying, please, the two of them should not be in one room. He will still sleep with her. In fact, I don't know. I think everybody's just trying to say they should stay apart. They shouldn't stay together. That's for the mother. And so, like I said, well, and I think I understand the angle they are coming from because, yes, you're a mother, but there was a kind of erotic feeling already. And there's a consummation already. So it takes extra strength and extra morals in fact, the moral was broken because the first time they met, they slept with each other. So it takes a whole lot. So I think they should just stay apart. Mother and son should not even stay together. That's the most important thing. I think they should not just be together. They can have the relationship, not their relation like the mothers and sons, but let them do it from afar. Yes, from afar.